I don't know if I'm live, so I'll wait for the feedback. I don't know if I'm live. I don't know if I'm live. Am I live? Am I live? I don't know if I'm live. Am I live? Can y'all hear me? Is there anybody there? Hello. Hi. No, apparently not yet. Hi. Hello. It's me, the Grandma Quilter. And this, and this, and this. Yep. See, I had already started the spiel. I'm going to have to wait. Let me start again. Okay. Hi. Hello. It's me. It's me, the Grandma Quilter. And this is in Quilt Fact, where the imperfect becomes perfectly loved. Like all of us. Yes. We are loved. Yes. Hi. Hello, everybody. I'm happy. I am so excited right now. Before anything else, I want you all to say hello and welcome the newest subscriber to this channel, Carmel from Quilts from Carmel, the quilt that I'm going to show today. The creator of that and the most amazing quilter out. She's a quilt historian. I adore her. I made her quilt and she's here. And I'm so happy. I'm honored. Ah, my mic fell. Carmel, I am honored. And I mean that sincerely. I love your channel. I love your quilt. And you saw it because I sent you my quilt. Everybody, I'm going to show you all my quilt because I'm not going to turn around. So I'm just going to show you. I'm going to move the camera. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to move the camera, okay? So y'all can see. So Carmel can see. Ah, the sunlight. Ah, the sunlight. Ah. Trying to move the camera without knocking over everything. There she is. There is my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful double heart quilt. Okay, let me move the camera over a little bit. Oh my God, I am a lousy camera person. Ah, there she is. My absolutely gorgeous and beautiful Carmel design double heart quilt. Isn't it perfect? Hold on, let me turn the camera back. I am totally, oh Lord, I suck at being a camera person, but I'm so in love with that quilt. It came out so gorgeous. And I already sent the picture to my sister, and she is beyond the moon. She's ecstatic. I cannot wait. It's just so pretty. Carmel, the pattern was so easy. That's what I loved about it. I had already spoken. Everybody that follows me knows I've been talking about this pattern since I found it, since Carmel put it out there and she was showing it and I did it. I have been doing, Carmel, just so you know, I have been working on this pattern and everybody on my channel knows it because they know who it's for. It's for my nephew's first child, my sister's first grandchild in Puerto Rico. And she just went over the moon. She's just over the moon. It doesn't have batting. It only has a very thin layer of flannel in the middle. And it's going to the island and it's such a good size that baby's going to have that quilt for the rest of her life. So Carmel, thank you. Thank you. Anyways, thank you, Carmel. Carmel is now a subscriber. I am so excited. I know Donna's here. Donna, 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 my friend Donna, my buddy, Donna. Handmade by Ying with Donna. Donna, I'm gonna be doing Fallon's pattern with you starting next Wednesday. Got all my fabric. I'm using my Mrs. Quilty fabric to make it. And I am so excited because I'm going to start cutting. I'm going to get everything ready, but I'm going to be working with you. But at the same time, hold on, I got to say hello to everybody. Hello, everybody. Liana's here. Hold on. Put that on the side. That's a side note. Everybody, my buddy Liana, who I'm always fighting with because she shows me stuff from Puerto Rico and I suffer. Liana, two things. My daughter's going to Puerto Rico in September. So I'm going to get goodies from Puerto Rico. I'm getting goodies from the island, but I already got some because Leana sent me goodies from the island. Look, Leana, this is all that's left. I'm going to show you. Lana sent me a cute little box with some candies and coffee and wafers. Only 4 candies left, Lana. And my coffee. I'm going to make everybody suffer. It's already got its own little container, airtight. Look at the color of that coffee. And this is from the island. And a funny little story. Leanna, you made me cry. And I'm going to cry again. The coffee you sent me when my dad was alive, that coffee came from his farm. I have been crying since I saw it. They're not doing it anymore, but when daddy was alive, oh my God, it killed me. When daddy was alive, ah, I'm sorry. Lisa, I'll get to you in a minute. Thank you, Lisa. I needed that to stop crying. When my father was alive, he subcontracted his coffee farm and he subcontracted it to these calefactors. And oh my God, when I saw that coffee, I just started to bawl my eyes out. And I'm still, every time I think about it. So, Leanna, thank you for bringing a most precious memory to me. Oh, God, thank you. All right. No more crying. Okay. Oh, thank you, Leanna. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I mean it with my whole heart. Gracias, mami. Tú no sabes lo que tú has hecho por mí. When I saw that coffee, it just brought back memories. Oh my God, I gotta stop. Okay, I'm stopping. I haven't said hello to anybody on the chat. So nobody can feel left out. We're gonna talk about that. Y'all saw the title, right? We are gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about a lot of things. As I was saying to Donna before I was sentimentally brought back, I'm gonna be making the quilt with the fabric that I had from my previous Mrs. Quilty box. But yesterday and today I've been in communication because y'all know that I canceled my Mrs. Quilty because the quality of the fabric went down. Y'all know from the first Mrs. Quilty box I opened, they had done some things and improved it. One of them, remember when I complained the very first box that I didn't like their pattern books because all they had was the templates that didn't have measurements. They improved that. And they had fixed that for the last box I got. I didn't like the quality of this last box, and that's why I canceled it. But guess what? Mrs. Quilty reached out to me. And we're in communication. I will be sponsored by Mrs. Quilty. The funny thing is, when I told them that I was making 2 quilts using the Mrs. Quilty fabric that I have already in my stash, and I had spoken about this last week before any of this came out, they were excited. So sponsorship is coming up pretty soon, is already on the way. So people, and you know me, because all of y'all know I spoke about Mrs. Quilty. I was always sincere and I'm never going to lie to you. So they're going to start right now. The fabric that I'm using, that I'm going to use, I had already shown y'all. Fallon's is the beautiful pink fabric that came in one of the boxes. And the fabric that I already have cut up for Andrea's test quilt is from Mrs. Quilty. So it's 2 quilts. Not only Mrs. Quilty, I have other things in it, but they are Mrs. Quilty. So yeah, I'm pretty hyped up. I'm very, very honored to have been chosen because I've been, I've been talking about Mrs. Quilty from the beginning, and all the boxes that I had, I stopped because it didn't fulfill the needs I had, so I stopped. But the good thing about the Mrs. Quilty back that I always said is that you get 2 fat quarter bundles, which comes out to half a yard of the fabric. So you have 8 fabrics, 8 half yards. So that is one big thing I always like from the Mrs. Quilty box. So I'll be making stuff. So stay tuned. That's going to be episodes that are going to be separate from everything else. And if I find fault, we already talked about this. If I find fault with something, I can say it. I am not going to hold back. So there it is. Okay, so now I'm going to see. Donnell's addicted to the coffee, Leanna. It is. It's just amazing. It was great. Hi, Teresa. Teresa Louise is in the house. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Lisa, I love you. I know I am trying not to ignore you. We're going to talk about this in a minute. I'm trying to see some of the, because I have chat in front of me and chat on the side. So, hola Diana, how are you, baby girl? Te lo perdiste todo, te perdiste el dulce. Te perdiste el dulce. Look, ajonjoli. This, we call this in Puerto Rico ajonjoli. This sesame seed candy. And my mom, oh my God, my mom used to eat this by the bars. That's ajonjoli. The majayo. People, you have to understand, coconut candy on the island, these are pre-made, but when you eat coconut candy, Diana, did you get to go to Viejo San Juan? En el Viejo San Juan, I said in the Viejo San Juan, at Viejo San Juan, there are vendors on the street. And in any craft fair or any fair that you go to in Puerto Rico, you're always going to find crafters. You're going to find people that craft delicious candy from coconut. And on the streets of Puerto Rico, um, you can find this toasted candy made out of coconut, and they put molasses in it, and they call it marrayo. It's not made with sugar. It's literally cooked with molasses, so it's brown. And it's so freaking good. I have a surprise for my renegades, and my renegades are going to have homemade coconut candy made by yours truly for Christmas. That's going to be my Christmas gift, my renegades. Because my brother-in-law makes the most amazing coconut candy, so I'm going to make it for my girls. Luquillo, yes, Luquillo. Anywhere you go, Diana. Yep. See, Diana's from Puerto Rico too. Anywhere you go where there are vendors, you're going to find fried foods all the time. You're going to find beer, and you're going to find candy made out of coconut or papaya or mango or anything. You're always going to find candies, and they are so good. They're so, so amazing. Joyce, I absolutely adore coconut. That is my fruit. My sister eats it. The funny thing is, her husband makes the best one. Yes, Pat, freshly made. That's why I'm going to make my own. My brother-in-law makes the most amazing coconut candy, so my sister can't stand it. So I'm going to have him come over here in November, and we're going to make a big batch of coconut candy, and every single one of my renegades will receive candy for Christmas. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Ooh, Joyce, so do I. But they're not called macaroons. They're called besitos de coco. I make them a little bit different. Puerto Rican besitos de coco, just a little different. Okay. Hey, Jeannie. Jean's happy because she's going to get coconut candy. Okay, I got to talk because you know me. You saw the title, and yeah, I'm over this. Listen, I dare, and I say this publicly. Look at my face. I dare a snarker to come onto this channel. I dare you. I triple dog dare you. I am sick and tired of the snarks. I began this channel for that reason, for the snarks, for the hoity toities, for the quilt police. I am sick and tired of people who think they are holier than thou coming onto our channels to tell us what to do. Listen, Linda, listen. If you think that because you apparently believe that you are the perfect quilter, make your own damn channel and stop bothering everybody else. Stop making people cry. Stop making people have to come on here and apologize to you. I am not apologizing to any snarker. I will not do it. Why? Because I quilt my way. I may not be the perfect quilter. My lines aren't perfect. My points aren't perfect. That quilt, you got to see my diagonals. They go whoop, because I can't quilt straight for the life of me, no matter what I do. But you know what? I don't care. It's my quilt. I make it my way. I quilt my way. I love coming on and learning from others, but it doesn't mean that what they're teaching me is the only and perfect way. It's not. Okay? It is not. We come on here. Before I was a creator, I would come on to watch tutorials so I could learn. And I've learned a lot. And I still am learning. Oh my God. Donna has taught me. Becca at the Donnell. God. Okay. Everybody I watch teaches me something new. Do I apply it always? No, but I'm learning. Okay. I'm learning. Donnell is teaching me how to paper piece with the legit kit thing we did. Is it good yet? Mm-mm. Do I have to continue practicing? Mm-hmm. Do I care that it's not perfect? Mm-mm. I'm sick and tired of it. I am. I am sick and tired of people going onto other people's channels and trying to make us feel as if we're insignificant, as if we are uneducated. I don't care. Cut it out. Look, if you feel the need to be heard, if you feel the need to be coddled, if you feel the need to have a voice because in your own home you don't have it, great. But don't impose your opinions on what I do. You want to off one person snarked here on the first couple of episodes, didn't come back. One person came to my email, not on my live. She came to my email. She sent me a suggestion. And I am trying to follow because it was done with love. She didn't snark it. She said, hey, you know, when you're on the live and you're reading and you're talking to your people on your chat, let us know what they're saying because we can't see it. Thank you. Because that was perfect. That helps me. I haven't even looked at my chat hardly since I got on because this is driving me up a wall. How many people went onto Donna's channel? This person that sent her this email to snark at her, to teach her how to speak. Come on. You don't like, look, I'm not going to say, Donna, I love you because you're my buddy, but I'm going to say it. You don't like the way she speaks? You have a choice. You don't like my channel? Don't come watch it. Am I in your house making you watch? Are any of us in your household sending you messages? You have to watch this channel. You have to do this. No, we don't do that. I've said from the beginning, I don't do tutorials. How am I, a relatively new quilter, gonna come and teach you something? No. I have a video coming out of me showing a person that was fearful of starting to quilt on her domestic. I made a quick video showing her how I quilt on mine. I'm not telling her how to do it. I'm showing her. I lost that fear. And I've made various quilts this year already. I am proud of myself. Again, they're not perfectly quilted. They don't have all the squiggles and the flowers and the waves. And no, they don't have none of that. They have relatively straight lines that like crinkle in the middle and there's line goes that way. I don't care. My sister's in love with that quilt. I know that when I send that quilt to Puerto Rico next week, they're gonna love on it so fast. They're not gonna start looking at the stitches and counting stitches. They're not. That quilt, what kind of fabric does that have? That has Walmart fabric. That has Walmart. It has Dollar Tree. It has Walmart, Dollar Tree. It has Riley Blake. It has Dollar Tree. Yep, that's what it is. Oh, and Marshall's Dry Good. But you know, oh, and a scrap out was sent of a cheater fabric on the back. And then it has very inexpensive Walmart flannel. And I say it proudly. You don't like it? Don't watch my channel. If you're a purist, or your expectations is everyone has to be as perfect as you because yours is a little bit higher than everybody else's, don't come here because you're not going to have fun. Because I am not going to tolerate snarks. I do not tolerate the quilt police. I don't tolerate quilt police. Quilt police are not allowed on my channel. That's why my group is called the Renegades. We are renegades. We ride and we are against all the quilt police. So get the heck off my channel. Don't come back. You don't look, I am not here for viewership. This thing with Mrs. Quilty came out of the blue because I didn't ask for it. They came and offered. Why? Because they've seen that I am sincere. I'm not going to lie on this channel. I don't care who comes and asks me that they want to sponsor me. Great. As long as you understand that if there's something bad, it's something I don't like, I will say it on my channel. You want to take away your sponsorship? Take it away. I'm not in here for that. I'm in here because I came in here to make friends, and I have gotten the most amazing group of people that are my friends, because I consider every single subscriber that I have my friend. So anybody who messes with my friends has to deal with the wrath of this lady here. Do I make myself clear? Okay, end of rant. I'm sorry. Thank you, Joyce. Oh, there you go. Donna, yes. I hate what they did to Donna. Oh, man. Oh, that pissed me off so much. What they did to Donnell, if I find out who did that to Donnell and made her cry, Donnell is my daughter. I adopted her. I share custody with Jean. She is my daughter. I will defend Donnell to the ends of the earth. So if I find out, because she doesn't want to say who it was, if I find out who's the person that made her cry, oh my God, get ready, girl. Oh, Lord, 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 be ready. Oh, be ready. Because no. The other day, somebody went on another channel and said, oh my gosh, it's how you read it. No, it's not how you read it. Listen, Linda. I have been working with people as an HR manager for 36 years before I retired. And before that, I was married to a mechanic and I was a musician. So I have been blessed, because I put it this way. The Lord blessed me with being able to at least 85 to 90% of the time be able to read people and understand innuendos and read between the lines. Okay? I read every single message. When I'm on somebody's live, I read the chat. I hardly even look at the person. I'm reading the chat if it's a live. So I understand innuendo. I understand and comprehend reading between the lines. So when a person is snarky, I know when they're being snarky, even if it's written. I don't need capitalization. I don't need none of that. Okay? I can read a sentence and put any intention in it, and I still can find a snark 99.99% of the time. So if you want to come snark, come here. I triple dog dare you. Yes, yes, that's it. Lisa says it was me. I confess, Donnell, just trying to stir me up. Lisa's trying to get me all worked up. She reminds me of my Puerto Rican aunties. Yes, we are Boricuas. Yeah, se me sale lo de caserío. Yes, don't mess with my family. You know, I can understand. Hey, I know there are people that have OCD, and I know this because my grandson's like this. Okay, I know people with OCD can't see certain things, and I understand that completely. I understand that perfectly. And some people with OCD are quilters. So yes, they will start until the end of time. They will make sure that every single point is precise. Yes, they will hit a block until it's so flat, it's flatter than paper. I understand that. That's great. If that's the way you quilt, great for you. Yay! Your quilts must be amazing. Then don't come here and watch me, because I'm not going to promote that. I am going to quilt with love. That quilt that's in front of me, that has the border made out of little fabric that came from Dollar Tree that looks so freaking cute, that makes me happy. Is it quality fabric? No, I can't afford it. So I do what I can with what I've got. The fabric that I'm going to be using on some of the other quilts I'm making, fabric that was donated, okay? Fabric that is little thinner than normal 100% cotton, but you know what? It's going to be gorgeous. You know why? Because the person who receives it's going to love it. I'm not selling quilts. I don't sell quilts. So if you're a person that makes quilts to be sold, again, this isn't your channel. Because no, this is a channel for those of us that feel left out, for those of us that feel we're being attacked every time we turn around and being told we have to be perfect. We do not have to be perfect. We have to love what we do. And I love to quilt. I love my sewing room. I love coming in and playing with my fabric and touching my fabric and enjoying my fabric. I love cutting it up and turning it into something that I know somebody's going to love. That is what brought me to quilting. That is what made me do this channel. Because I know there's a lot of you out there that see these perfect, perfect women on these amazing channels that are just millions and millions of viewers. Good for them. That they have to film, they have scripts, they have yeah. No, I cannot do that. Me, I'm going to use whatever I have. The quilt that I'm going to make with Mrs. Quilty, I'm also going to use from my stash. I'll show you. I will show you. This is Fallon's box. This is Fallon's amazing pattern. Look how cute. I love it. It is freaking awesome. If y'all are watching Donna making hers, Donna's making two. I love Donna's color choices. But I'm making this for a little girl who likes pink. So, this is from Joann's. And I'm going to fussy cut this because this is going to be in the middle squares. This is the fabric that I was talking with my renegades about this morning that I needed to know yardage. This is 36-inch. So it's like a gauze. A little bit thicker though than a gauze. But I have 6 yards of this fabric and this pink is going to go perfect. The rest of it that's going to be in the quilt is Mrs. Quilty fabric that I showed you all last week. See? Look how pretty. Tell me this isn't gorgeous. It's going to be bold in some areas and very, very delicate and sweet in others. Look at that. Tell me that isn't precious. Do I have to explain myself? No, because it's my choice. Look at this one. I love this one. Look how gorgeous. Do I have to use fabric from a fabric store? I wish I could buy the fabric that costs that $10 and $15 a yard. I can't afford that, people. So I don't buy it. When I do, I buy it because it's really been reduced. Look at this one. Oh, God. Lighting over here sucks. There we go. Look how gorgeous. That's all it is. That's what I do. Yes, it is going to be beautiful, Jean. Deborah says, my quilts are not perfect, and I know that, but when I give them, my family and friends love them. Yes! Sometimes they make me cry because they love the quilt. Isn't that the most amazing moment? When I gave the purple quilt, and she showed me how much that baby boy loves his quilt. Oh, my God. I cried. And then when she showed me that her daughter also loves the quilt and wanted to use it, she's the one that's getting this one. She's going to get her own quilt. Do I have to make it? No. Could I sell it? Maybe. Am I going to? No. I'm gifting it to her. Why? People, the Lord has blessed me with people who gift me fabric that I've had in my stash for a couple of years. And that's what I'm going to do. This fabric came, a lady in Chattanooga was getting out of her quilting fabric. And she was selling 3 totes for $50. And I went and bought them. And I still have totes that I haven't touched. There was 6 yards of this pink in that tote. I took out what I'm going to use for Fallon's quilt, and I still have a lot. So yeah, you don't like it. If you're out there, snarker, and you don't like it, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yes, we are happy to see Teresa back. Teresa says, I'm sorry, Donnell. I don't understand why people do that. You are so sweet and kind to all your chatters. That's what pissed me off, Teresa. She is the most sweet, the sweetest, the kindest human being on the whole of YouTube. Donnell is just done. She's special to me. And for somebody to come and make her cry because they didn't call her out on the chat. Are you freaking kidding me? Look, getting me worked up again. Anybody out there that thinks they can do what Donnell does and Donna and everybody else is that they're working on a project, looking at the chat, talking all at the same time and can see every single person that went on the chat, You try it and you tell me, oh yeah, I can do it. I'm gonna say you to your face, liar. Because the more we grow as creators and the more viewers we get, when we go live, that's more people on our lives. And then you are doing something because they do something. I don't. I just sit here and duck my ass off. They're doing something. They're sewing. They're cutting. They're looking at the chat, looking at the camera, trying to get everything done. It is not easy, people. My people know. I love you all to death. I want to shout out. I have 2 mods. To my sister, well, 3, but they're not supposed to be working. So I'm not going to count her as a mom today. Michelle and my daughter, and sometimes Alexandria. Those are my moms. So they're going to answer for me. They know what I'm going to say, so they can answer for me. But I'd love to be able to just do this and look at the chat and not do anything else. Thank you, Terry Amstead. Terry says my quilt's going to be pretty. It is. It's going to be gorgeous. So you're going to follow the journey with me. So, and all my mistakes, you're going to see it. Because I don't care about showing my mistakes. Yeah. I'm sorry. I get. Joanna, I'm having a blessed day. You know why? Because I'm getting all the out. I know. You see the sweet face. That's so cute. You see the sweet face. Yeah. Thank you, Teresa. See, Teresa says it's so easy to miss people in the chat. It goes by so fast. We don't mean to miss people, but we're going to miss you. But I'll look at it. I tell you this way. When I'm done, I go back into my chat because the way we have it set up, I'm able to. I go back into my chat and read everything. I read the whole thing. Because this is why I do it. You're my friends. I don't want to miss out on anything you've said, but I also want to look at the camera and address those of you that don't know me, those of you that are not subscribers, those of you that haven't watched the video. I want to address you too. So you're seeing this lady, this Puerto Rican fat lady over this. Okay, let me do the description better. Wait, now I'm going to do cut. Okay. This position's better. Okay. This overweight 66-year-old Puerto Rican retired grandma go crazy. Because that's what look, again, I'm comedic relief, but I get mad. And when I get mad, unless I get it out, it just Thank you. See, Katie, her name's Chris. Katie says it's difficult to follow chat when I'm just watching the live. Can't imagine trying to sew in chat. Yes. And Mel does it, and Donna does it, and Becca does it, and Tiffany, and Ian, and Stephanie, and Fallon, and I can keep going, Sean, and oh my God, Laura Lynn, Teresa. Hey, if you have a channel, exclamation point selfie. Janice, Debbie, Mona, Rita, Jamie, Maureen, Sean, Britta, Chris, Kendall, Russ. I can go on. Tootie, not Tootie, Ruth, Brenda, and Liana. Those are the ones I have up on the board. And the ones that I missed, I'm sorry, I love you. What I'm saying, we all have our channels. We all do our stuff. But it's hard. I was on Russ's channel a couple of weeks ago. And we were talking and trying to follow the chat. And there was 2 of us. And we were both working. And it was hard to follow the chat. So people, if you need the feeling, if you need to be recognized, get a teddy bear. That's all. Get yourself a teddy bear. All right. If you want to be recognized and loved, join a group, participate in the group, be a part of that group, interact with that group. We are renegades. We adore each other. Okay. Not all the renegades are on the chat because some of them can't. Some of them, it's a little bit overwhelming, but they'll come on the Zoom and we can have fun there. Some people are a little overwhelmed by a lot of people talking at the same time. And I understand that. I believe me, I do. When my family's all together and everybody's talking at the same time, I scream, "Cállense!" which is shut up. Because everybody's talking at the same time. I understand that. I live that. Believe me, I do. But again, right now, this was going to be taped. But I couldn't. I had to let it out. I had to let it out because yes, get a teddy bear. Yes, so Terry, get a teddy bear. Exactly. Diana says a dog. Oh Lord. Hetty says, and don't forget that sometimes a chat goes flying by so fast you will be stopped to read and respond to a message that is longer and miss a few chats. Never mind concentrate on something. Yeah, I can. I tried when was it? A couple of weeks ago I tried. Yeah, no, didn't work. Didn't work at all. There you go. Teresa says that if you need a teddy bear, she'll send it to you. If you feel so ignored, if you feel you need attention, Teresa Louise will send you a teddy bear. I love you, Teresa. I'm so glad you're back. We missed you. There you go. And Lisa, Awkward Quilter GA says, it's really hard to read the chat on a live, whether you are by yourself. Okay, okay. Or on a panel. Too much to say, too much going on. Your eyeballs pop out of their sockets. Yes. Especially, have you guys seen Lisa's lives when she goes on with 4 or 5 quilters at the same time? I can't do that. I've tried. The only one group I've been on that I was working was on squirrels, and we were working, and it was a room. It wasn't live. It was just us over here, and I did get a lot done. I can say that, yes. But again, we weren't live. There was no need to communicate with somebody out there. It was just a couple of us in the room at any given time. So I was able to finish a quilt, and I'm very proud of that. But again, I can't do that here because I want to know what everybody's thinking. There you go. Donnell says, buy a fuzzy kitten from me if you have allergies and need a hug. Why not make money while being harassed? Yes, Donnell. I got to defend you. I'm glad you're getting up, poor dog. Yes. People, come on, man. We're here. We just want to be, just let us be. Let us do our channels our way. You don't want to be here. No one is making you get on the channel. You want to be able to criticize everyone. Hey, make your own channel and call it Critics Quilting Choice. I don't care. This is in Quilt Effect. And what is my tagline? Where the imperfect becomes perfectly loved. In this channel, we love imperfection. We accept it. We embrace it. Because boring, who said it the other day? Perfect is boring. And for those of you that think you're perfect, the only perfect thing is that guy up there. That's it. There is nothing perfect in this world. There's good, there's better, there's great, but there's no perfect. Okay? Deal with it. Accept it. Embrace it. We are imperfect and we love being imperfect. We're renegades. We ride. Queen Andrea is here. I know she is. All hail the queen. All hail the queen. Hey, Terry. So Terry's here. Hi, so Terry. I love you, girl. Yes. See, so Terry. My God. Have you been watching So Terry's channel? Her doing her sewing machines. That's what I love about it. I watch them because she'll make a mistake and right there she's fixing it and showing you. I love that. And you recognize the people that teach you. Yes. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to support each other. I'm so angry. I'm spitting all over the place. Yeah, see what Michelle says. I see the mistakes and then how to fix it so that no person desires. Exactly $5 a kitten. Donnell sending $5 kitten plus shipping equals one chat snark. One chat snark. These are little tiny kittens. You're not real kittens. Oh my God, Daniel, that was funny. Oh my God, that was funny. Maritza, how you doing, girl? Chiquita, ¿cómo estás, mami? Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm cracking up over here. Oh Lord. There you go. Joanna says she's double trouble. Not only a renegade, but also a misfit. Yes. Yes. Embrace it. Deal with it. Again, we strive as people that are imperfect, as people that are learning, as quilters, we strive to improve. We strive to make something pretty. We strive to make something that'll be loved. But if a stitch went wrong, or if the line went a little wonky, or we don't care. Why? Because I know that quilt. As soon as that quilt gets to Puerto Rico, I know my sister. I know my little sister. As soon as that quilt gets to Puerto Rico, she's going to show it off before she gives it to my nephew and his wife. Yeah, she's going to show it off to everybody because that's the way she is. But I haven't put down, but you guys got to see what she made for that grandbaby. She crochets, and she made the most beautiful little dress with the little panties and the ruffles, all crocheted. I got to show it. I'll put it on our Facebook page. Yes, she's gonna love it, so Terry. Yes, she is. She's gonna love it. I've sent her stuff. Oh my god. One of my first oh Lord, one of my first table runners. I think about it and it's cringy, but I made it. I sent it to her. She still has it. She uses it. Now, even that I made her a second one and it still wasn't perfect, but it was better than the first. But now I want to make it again, but I'm going to make it for me. And I know now that I'll be a lot better. It'll still have problems, believe me, I know myself. But it was really complicated, and I mean it was from Crafty, and it was a boundless quilt pattern, and I loved it. I have that pattern. I love that. Excuse me, I love that pattern. But yeah, yeah, I no, again, no. There you go. Hetty says the name of the stuffies is Snark. Snark. There you go. Jean said she's gonna make an ugly quilt just because. Oh wait, I think I already have. That's Jean. Jean, I have not seen anything ugly. You don't make ugly things. You have amazing taste, immaculate taste in color. See, my problem still, like there are squares in that heart quilt that looking at it now, I should have changed because they're two together. But again, I don't care. But yeah, if I were to make it again, I would make sure but that I didn't have the exact same fabric looking together. But it doesn't look bad. It's just again, second sight when you see something completed. I didn't put her on my design wall, which was my mistake because I just wanted to make it. So now I know next time when I make another, because I am going to make another double heart quilt. You can bet on it. It's so easy. It's freaky. Thank you, Carmel. But yeah, I love it the way it is. I love it. It's just cute. It's just cute. There you go. And Katie says last year she asked her nephews, all adults, if they would like a quilt, and they said yes. So she's happy to make them. That's what you make things for. I make stuff for my family. This baby, this my beautiful, because this is me. I already told my daughter I want to be cremated in this. Um, and that's not morbid. It's just true. I love my cup quilt. And I made this here. Would I have ever dared to make something like the cup quilt before? No. I got inspired because of all of you. All of you inspired me to make this quilt. Let me show it again because I love my quilt. It just makes, and let me tell you, there's mistakes in here. Oh my God, there's so many mistakes. Y'all remember the pinwheel? Mary, remember the pinwheel, Mary? Hey, Denise. Denise is here. Denise is here. And there, Joe Comrell is here. Thank you. Joe, thank you. No, really and truly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that beautiful pattern. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. That is an honor for me because I absolutely love your channel. I love all your patterns. A friend of mine from another channel, Delia, made the Joy, the heart quilt, the sampler that I haven't started yet, but I want to make it. She made it. It's so beautiful. Now look, for those of you that have never seen it, look, see now again, there are imperfections because there are. I had to cut off fabric and other places. Look at the smoke on that one in the middle. Yeah, that wasn't too good. I embroidered it though. I did it though. See, look at the second row. See, some of the coffee cups went wonky. I don't care. Where's my pen? Hold on. Look at the bottom row. See, I love it. Look at my Puerto Rican flag one. Woohoo! Puerto Rico. Look at my. The only perfect thing I found was my Christmas mug. I love that Christmas mug. That Christmas mug. That wreath came out really nice. First time me doing something like that because that was the first one I made. I love that. The bow came out so cute. And then my fabrics, which were gifted, people. This has fabric from all over. This has every kind of fabric you can imagine. I love this quilt. This came from a thrift shop. Look at the backing. Kitty cats. This came from a thrift store. I don't care. I gave it a good wash. It still has some pencil marks in it. It's mine. I don't care. Some of the lines came out wonky as hell. Some I love my quilt. Love it. The Americana cup came out of like this. Mine. This is for me, and it keeps me warm when I get cold in here, and it keeps me warm, and I love it. It's my first quilt I ever made for myself. So that's its place of honor right there behind me, like Donna's quilt that she has on her chair. It's our place of honor. Yeah, see, Mary says she had a lot of mistakes in hers. Yes, Michelle. Yes, Joanna. She did have a lot of grace. I wouldn't have had that grace. I wouldn't have. I'm sincere. I'm sincere. The only snark that we got, I was snarky back, but I was snarky with, you know, elegance. Cache. As we say in Puerto Rico, cache categoria. I snarked back very delicately. Never came back. Never came back. Or if she is, she's lurking in the background. Donnell's on lunch break. Woohoo! Donnell is having lunch. Donnell is having lunch. Donnell is having lunch. Yes, Hetty, there are a lot of mistakes. There are a lot of mistakes. I don't care though, because it's mine. I make mistakes if I want to. Oh, Deanna says if anybody knows of a good thread she can purchase. That thread that I love, I use anything I can find. But last night I had bad experience with this one. Let me see. I was getting very angry. Let me just unthread it right now. This is supposed to be Aurifil, but I don't think it's Aurifil because last night as I was binding, because what I do on my binding, I cheat. When I'm putting on binding, I don't mind binding. Binding doesn't scare me. I know that a lot of people out there don't like binding. What I do is I sew it on one side, and when I'm wrapping it around to put on the other, I do not do hand sewing because I did in the beginning. Don't like it. It takes so much time. So I have beautiful decorative stitches on my machine, and I made a very pretty stitch on it. Let me get it so I can show you. Anyway, I was doing it with this, and it was breaking and breaking and breaking and breaking and breaking. It was getting me so mad. So I went into my stash because I have stash all over the place. And the only one that didn't break, believe it or not, Coates and Clark. So my advice to anybody, know your machine, know what your machine can or cannot take, and depends on project because this is Aurifil. I use this for everything. I buy Aurifil at Sewing Parts Online. Is it? Yeah, Sewing Parts Online. I always buy it there, and I get it at a very good price because I use this a lot. So I only buy white mostly is all I sew with. But this one I bought at Walmart because I needed it, and I used it last. I'm telling you, this didn't break. That one did. But the bobbin didn't break. Now this is all my bobbins. Before I start a project, I fill all my bobbins. So I fill all my bobbins. There we go. I don't know what's going on. Superior Threads, Masterpiece Cotton. Hold on, let me go back. Cindy says from a local fabric store she gets Gutermann. You know, I have never tried Gutermann. Natural cotton or poly. Online, I get Superior Threads, So Fine, poly, or Masterpiece Cotton. I've heard that too. A lot of people are using poly to sew on cotton. And look, Quilt Police, go away. I love using cotton because my machine loves cotton. Although I can put poly on here, it's not a problem. But your machine's going to tell you what thread. There are some machines that are persnickety and some brands that will not use any other thread because when you try to use another thread, they break and stuff. I don't care. One thread I will recommend never buy is the thread from Sewology from Hobby Lobby. That thread sucks. Okay, it's got the fuzzies all over the place. It's strong, but it makes too much fuzzies. When I'm doing the purple quilt, oh God, I clean out my machine after every big project. Oh my God, I literally had to put the vacuum on top of there and suck everything out. So don't use the Sewology thread. It sucks. Goodemans. I'm gonna have to try Goodemans. I've never tried it. I look for the affordables. The serger thread from Walmart is really good. I've used it a lot. I have it on my serger and I use it for my serger, but I've also used it on my machine. It works perfectly. But my preference is Aurifil. It's always been my preference. But after last night, I'm gonna get Coates and Clark again because I'm telling you, it worked great. It worked really good. Okay. Hold on, I gotta get up here. Katie says, I had one quilt almost done, and all 40 of some blocks were made, and on the design wheel, ugliest thing ever. Blah and boring. The quilt was disassembled over the next 2 days. I've done that. I've done that. Not with quilts though. I've done that with table runners. Oh yeah. Joanna says she's telling Deanna that she really likes Aurifil, Gutermann, and for polythread Florini. Never tried that one. Florney. And so Terry says she bought Glide. Haven't tried it yet, so we'll see. Okay, I gotta let me know because I'd love to know. I know poly is stronger. It is. It holds your stitch stronger. Again, I'm gonna. I've made what 30 quotes in 5 years that I've been sewing, maybe less. Again, I go cheap, affordable. Let me be politically correct here. Affordable. So the most expensive thread I've ever bought is Aurifil. And I didn't start buying Aurifil until a couple of years ago. All of the quilts that I've made prior, they've been washed so much, it's not funny. And they're holding up. And again, I don't use expensive fabric. My family doesn't wash a quilt with the care you're supposed to wash it if you want it to last. They throw it in the washing machine with everything else, put it in the dryer with everything else. It's got to be washed. And they're holding up. I've only had to repair one, and it was because it was my sister's cancer quilt. And I had done a couple of parts of it I did hand stitched, and the stitching came out. So I went with my sewing machine with my trusty Singer 4423, which I adore, and I went and fixed it. She uses it every day. Okay, that's the only quilt I've made with quality fabric because I bought that fabric. That whole line was the breast cancer. I bought it from Missouri Star, and I made her that quilt. It's the only good fabric I've ever bought. MSQC King Rolls of Thread. Ooh, wait for sales and stock up. Thread drawers full. Katie, really? I'd like to know. I mean, does it have a lot of fuzzies? Because for me, that killed it. With that thread's affordable. The one from Hobby Lobby, but it sucks. I'm telling you. There you go, Eva. Thank you. Eva says she used whatever she's got. That's what I do. Whatever I have on hand, that's what I'm going to use. I can't afford to go off into the wild blue yonder and get quality. I wish I could. I wish I could. I would love to be able to go and shop at Fat Quarter Shop or at Missouri Star when I have money, at really beautiful quilt shops. I have amazing quilt shop in Chattanooga that I adore. That's where I got my machine from. At the two of them where I got both machines. That's two different places. And I had a bundle from where I got my machine. I was able to purchase a bundle because it was on sale. It was in clearance, and when I got the machine on credit, I was able to grab it. And the boutiques that I got was there too, and I grabbed it because I got it with the credit. So yeah, but that's the way I shop. Okay, there you go. Donnell says as long as her Juki accepts it, she uses it. That's all you got to do. Know your stuff. It's great to ask opinions. We all have our own opinion. Yeah, I was gonna say, but I'm gonna try to behave. But you know what works better on the stuff you have. You know what, like Donnell just said, she's used it on her machine, never had trouble. On mine, I did. It could be the tension, it could be anything. On my machine, Hobby Lobby, Sewology does not work very well. But on anybody else's, it could. On my machine yesterday, it didn't want my Aurifil for that stitch. But I've used it on other stitches, never had. The whole quilt is done with that thread, except for the last three-quarter parts of the binding on this one. There you go. Michelle says that's her. She uses Colton Clark and Gutermann all the time. And if her Janome decides it doesn't like a certain kind, she has her own good housekeeper machine that will use anything. Exactly. We know our stuff. You have to. For all the new sewers out there, for people, that have been just starting, because I'm hoping to goodness some of you are watching. Don't stress it. Just don't stress it. If you want to learn, and you want to learn how to do a specific block, or you want to learn how to do something you've never done before, people, Timu's your friend. And I say this, I mean it. Timu's your friend. Go to Timu. Go to Temu, get the really cheap fabric. Sometimes it's not even cotton, but practice with that. You practice with that, doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt your pocket, and you can practice and screw up as much as you want, and it doesn't hurt. If you want to be a purist and buy uniquely Riley Blake or Benertex or Faf or whatever, you want to spend $15 to $25 on a yard of fabric, good for you. And you screw it up, good for you. And you have to go buy more, yeah, good for you. If you can afford it, do it. If you can afford it, do what you want. I can't afford things, so I go cheap. Connecting threads, I have bought threads from them. So Terry says I will say connecting threads is pretty good thread as well. I do have some of their spools. I do. I've used some of them and it's been good. I have no complaints about connecting threads in regards to their spools. They've gone up in price though on everything. I'm a little disappointed in them. There you go. Joyce said she started out 50 plus years ago with Coates and Clark and still uses it. I'm glad to hear that because a lot of these companies, their quality is going down lately. There you go. Michelle says that she paid $5 for that Good Housekeeping machine in the cabinet, never had an issue in it with all the years she's had it. That, that, that is a smart purchase. Exactly. There you go. Joanna says the best metallic thread is Flux King Star. No special needed. No special needed. Okay, Debbie. No special needed. Oh, Lord Jesus. Hold on. I need it. Oh, Boricua's back. No special needle needed. Did it. Haha. Don't have much, but cool for special highlights. I want to quilt with the thread that has different colors. What do they call that? I want to try one like that. There you go. Jean says her long arm loves connecting threads. Yes. Again, you have to find what works for you. What works for me not necessarily is going to work for you. I can tell you my opinion. I can show you what I like. It's like I keep saying, you all know that I love that fabric from Mrs. Quilty. The fabric. Bye, Ruthie. Tootie's gone. Um, Variegated. Thank you so Terry. Thank you, Joanna. Yes, variegated thread. The fabric that I got from Mrs. Quilty that I've made stuff already with, I love it. That for those first boxes, the quality is amazing and very affordable. And you can find it on Amazon and you can find it in Temu, that fabric. What you cannot find is the patterns that you get and the amount of fabric that you get for the price. But I love the fabric that I got from Temu, from Mrs. Quilty. It's pretty. Again, affordable. You need to do affordable. You need to do you. I tried Fat Quarter Shop. Not my cup of tea. Too expensive. I didn't get enough to do because I'm not going to necessarily do the pattern that comes in the boxes. Like what I did with the box from Mrs. Quilty. I made one thing. I made two things from the box. I made the runner that is in use right now, and I made the table topper that was they showed it as a pillow. I made the table topper for my sister. So they're being used. No problem. I just like making other stuff. That's why the rest of the fabric I'm using is to make these two quilts. I have enough from 3 boxes to make two quilts, and I still have fabric left over. Nothing much. Say, hey, Branca's here. Hi, Branca. There you go. Mary says her mom always used Colts and Clark, but that's all you could get. Yeah, that before that's all there was, but now it could be. But again, Joanna says I might have gotten a bad roll. But see, the thing is, it was only on that, and it was only on the binding. I had done the whole. I did all the dresses that I've made up to now. I made 2 dresses with this. I finished that quilt. I did all the quilting of that quilt with this thread. Okay, all the quilting on it, and all I did was horizontal vertical lines. That's all it is. It's all vertical lines. I like it because it looks all scrunchy and yummy. And I did it with this. It was just. Let me show you guys the stitch because the stitch I know is a little elaborate, but it just surprised me. Hold on, I'm not gonna. I don't want to get anybody dizzy. Give me a sec. Got to get her down without killing myself because I got the weights up there. Okay. It's so cute. I love this quilt. I love all my quilts. They're my creations. See, there's the backing. Look at the backing. Cheater cloth. And I'm going to call it cheater. I don't care. All right. So let me see if you can see the stitch. Hold on. Bring the lighting over here. All right. Let's see. No, I don't think you'll be able to see it. No. I'm trying. It's got a cute little, looks like a heartbeat. When you're reading a heartbeat, that is the stitch that I put on it. It's a really good stitch because, see? Ta-da! That's how I do this because that way I don't have to drive myself crazy. I don't drive myself crazy. This is only a 2-inch binding, which for me is strange because I usually do 2.5 inches. But since this fabric, hold on, because that's why you can't see anything because the lighting's out. Ah! Oh, Lord. Here we go. Now I'm in the light. All right, maybe you'll be able to see it now. Can you see it? Anyways, that's where it was breaking. I have to clean it up. But I did all that quilting with that thread, all of it. Yes, so Terry, isn't cheater cloth the best? I love it. It looks like a hem stitch, Joyce. It looks like, I call it the heartbeat stitch because it looks like when you're watching a heartbeat on a monitor, that's what it looks like. It'll go up, then straight, then down, then straight, then up. It's really cute. I like it. I like the stitch because it holds on tight. I've used it a couple of times. That's why I'd never had a trouble. Maybe it was me. I don't know. But the whole quilt was quilted with that thread. The whole quilt. I gotta fold it up. She needs to wash it as soon as she gets there. I am not washing it. Nope, not happening. But I have to clean up all the stray threads and everything. It is so pretty. Oh my God, Joe. Joe Carmel. Hey, Joe. Go look at the pattern. It was so easy. Guys, I've shown you, I don't know how many times on this channel, this pattern and how I found it and how I found Joe. And I gotta see. Now you guys got me working. You got me working. Where are my snips? Snips. Where are snips? Oh, no. All right. I just gotta. There's a couple of them that are long, and they're annoying to me. But yeah. Okay. Let me see. There. Hetty saw my mistake. Thank you, Hetty. Love it, Hetty. Love my mistake, Hetty. You gotta love it. Thank you, so Terry. I love it. I think it's gorgeous, and I know my sister's gonna love it. I know my nephew loves me, and I love him very much. Very special to me. And I know it's gonna be a quilt that this little girl, when she's born, because she's not born yet. When she's born, it's gonna grow with her. She'll be able to use it. Oh my God, I gotta sit down with this quilt and cut all the strays. Anyway. Donnell, leave him alone. Donnell has a little old Yorkie he's on his last one. And she says, what's worse than having an almost 15-year-old Yorkie with dementia, because the boy's crazy, having one that once he gets outside in the rain, forgets why he's there and just wants to wander around. He has dementia, Donnell. Oh, poor baby. Thank you, Hetty. Hetty said this. I love any quilt I make. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care. Did I lose my mic again? Yeah. I just love making it. It's like Stephen Bland's pattern. That pattern I am making again. And that pattern I'm making again, and I want to buy a special color that I will make again, and I will buy them. I'm not going to make it out of scraps. I'm going to buy the fabric because that pattern came out absolutely gorgeous. And I might making it again in purple. I liked it in purple because it just, I was thinking maybe in red. Mm. And maybe in red grunge. Ooh, it would look gorgeous. Poor Jean. Jean says to Donnell about her dog, she said that her husband did the same thing this morning. So that's good. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jean. Oh, Jean. That. All right. So I think I got all the bad stuff out. I think I did. I gotta just, poor puppy. we got some special people on this channel. I'm telling you. Okay, I think I'm done. I think. Oh no, I gotta show you another free pattern that I found because you know me and free. Yesterday I was watching Laurie Dickman, and you know me and scraps. I am going to make this. No rush. I'm just gonna start making it. I got because I want to get rid of these scraps, people. I've got buckets and buckets and buckets of scraps that I need to cut up into 2.5-inch squares. So I'm going to use this using the 2.5-inch squares, and it's 16 patch block, and I need 30. 30 16 patch blocks, 42 corner squares, which is a 9 patch, using 2 for 5 more, and then sashing, which uses 4. So yeah, and then I'm gonna put it. It's gonna be on the side of my lazy quilt, which is the other one. You know me and scraps. I gotta use them up. I don't like to throw fabric away. So I saw this yesterday. Lori had it on her channel. I said, "Oh yeah, oh yeah. I love free people. I love me some free." That's why Joe Carmel and I now are buddies because her patterns are always free, and I love her patterns. They're just so beautiful. That pink fabric that I'm going to use for the baby, I was going to use it for that Joy Love sampler quilt, but I wanted a little bit more intense. So I know what I'm going to use to make it, but I am going to make it. I don't know when, but I'm going to make it. Hey, Denise. Andrea's making this one too. Yes. Denise says you better because it is not worth your time that we need you, that we need from you and your family too. Don't worry about it, girl. I'm loving it. Mom, I love this. This is fun for me. But I love making my quilts and finding free patterns. Oh, it makes me so happy. Although this one, the Dancing Stars, I bought because it is cute. It is cute. For a little girl quilt, it's going to be so friggin' cute. Because all I can see is the fussy cutting in the middle. Those little baby sharks in the middle are going to wait until you see it. Y'all going to see it because I'm going to show you. Donnell has to call me. Okay, but after work. Okay, Joanna has family in Charleston, North Carolina. Charleston, look. Anybody here from Tootie? I haven't seen Tootie around. Tootie scares me. Tootie, I miss you. There you go. All right. So I think I got everything. I think I got everything out. Remember, there's no live this Sunday. I will be in Alabama in my son's house. We are going to my son's house and we're going to have fun. I'm going to my son's house this weekend. We leave tomorrow afternoon, actually. But there will be an episode in its place. So don't forget to tune in. I will be putting up the thumbnail, the little promo, probably tomorrow. It'll be going up. It's going to be fun. It's the very first episode of what I was talking to y'all about. It's going to be good. And the other episode of me starting quilting, the double heart, is going to be up also. Those are going to be little sporadic things that I'll do once in a blue moon. But the episode that you're going to see on Sunday will be maybe once a month. And I already have my next guest lined up, and I'm going to be interviewing her probably next week because it takes a little bit of time. That one has to be edited to make sure everything comes in because it's me talking to somebody else. But yeah, that will probably be up and running for next month, in the month of May. I am going to have a blast. I am going. I'm going, and I'm thinking of taking my bacalao and making bacalaito frito because I love bacalaito frito. And my son can cook. He's a good cook. He's not as good as mama, but he's a good cook. Hetty's gonna quilt her sister's quilt. I will have fun. I always have fun when I go to my son's, but see, my son has a menagerie, and I'm allergic to everything. So I'm taking a very let me show y'all what my daughter got me. I have my own stop beeping. My own personal air purifier. So I can put this in the car wherever I go, as long as it's close to me, because he has guacamayos. He has dogs. He has birds, and he has a ferret. And they're all in the living room. So yeah, I need to have my filter plus my trusty mask. I'm taking my Puerto Rico mask. And then my trusty mask, which is always here. So I'm taking my masks, taking my purifier, but I'm gonna have fun in Alabama. Ah, yes. So Terry, yep, exactly, yep. I'm allergic. Well, his dog is not a dog; it's a rat. But I call her a rat. I don't know what she is. She looks like a Chihuahua. He says she's not. I don't care. She's just tiny, and she loves him, and she has her ways. She wraps herself up in a blanket to go to sleep. So yeah, she crazy dog. He has a zoo. Yeah, menagerie. No, before it was worse because he had 4 or 5 dogs, and then he had his parrot. But then they got rid of almost all of the dogs. They only have one left. But then no, they have 2 dogs now because my grandson has a what do they call those dogs? He needs to have this dog. He has a lab. They just got it for him, and he is so happy. So yeah, I'm going to Phoenix City. I'm going to Phoenix City, Alabama, where my son lives. Yeah, a rat terrier. That's a support dog. Yes, my grandson has a support dog. Thank you, Ta. He has a support dog. It's a beautiful dog, but I gotta see if I start and I'm taking all my pumps with me, so I'll be good. I'll be. But yeah, I just anyway. I love y'all. Thank you for letting me vent because I needed to vent. I needed to get it out of my system. And anytime any of you get a snarker, send them to me. I will deal with them. Okay? All snarkers, beware of the Boricua. Have a great thank you, Teresa Louise. Thank you, everybody. I love you all so much. God bless. Be good. Have a great weekend. And I will see you live. I'm going live now. I can't do anything else. I'll be live. I'll be live next Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on my Tuesday show, which now I completely forgot the name of it because that's who I am. But I'll be live next Tuesday, so come watch. Don't forget to smash the like button before you leave, and it will be good. I'm going to have a fun trip, I promise. Okay? Dios me lo bendiga. God bless everybody. Bye.